we, Africa, in the world and worldwide. What do you offer the world? And what is the offer of the world for us?
La population africaine va doubler, que sa jeunesse sera la moitié de la jeunesse du monde, ainsi que l'Afrique, l'Amérique latine et l'Europe vont dans la même période perdre 490 millions de personnes. Il en résulte un potentiel incommensurable d'esprit d'initiative, de créativité et de décuplement productif.
This is a time to think through the educational curriculum and to decide how this educational curriculum will be relevant.
Young Africans need hope. Young Africans need to be reminded that there's a positive aspect to this continent, and we need to tailor education to suit the needs of young Africans.
Mo, thank you very much for inviting me to this event. These are sad days for Sudan. I'm a born optimist, eternal optimist. Transitions by their nature, they are non-linear. They never travel in a straight line. They have their ups and downs. It was our unity that toppled the dictatorship. And we should not lose track on that.
Yeah.
We should have been staying the course as a unified front. And I was telling them time and again that to protect the transition, we need to stay unified.
Yeah, but I think it is really important to draw the lessons from this.
Absolutely. The Sudanese experience on transition is not only relevant to Sudan, it's relevant to many places in Africa, and I would like to think even the Global South.
We look forward for really more involvement from the African Union in trying to solve. You talk about African solutions for African problems. Show us.
We want to talk, we want to listen, we want to understand. There's a recognition of what we felt this morning, that Africa is taking its place finally in this world, and that's going to grow.
I think there's the hypocrisy of, for example, in Copenhagen saying no natural gas, and then when Ukraine and Russia happens, it's let's do natural gas.
In my view, the Chinese kind of thinking about Africa. They look at Africa, they say, yeah, we went through that exactly difficulty. And this is the way we figured out how to do things.
Now is the time for a change. Most of the partnerships coming from abroad have insisted on and worked for preserving their own interests.
Every 2 years or so, there are 54 votes are up for grabs every 2 years at the General Assembly. And suddenly, Africa's weight becomes relevant.
But one of the challenges we see with non-state actors is diversity and just everybody doing their own thing. In the same country, sometimes in the same district. And I think African governments can do a lot more to coordinate the activities of non-state actors.
To be effective partners, we need to be engaging, listening, responding to the national priorities, to the voices of the partners on the ground.
Please, you'll agree with me that those are wonderful set of people who are really working for Africa.
Everybody is talking about how can we do something differently.
We should try to come up with homegrown solutions to some of these challenges. Let's use the international sphere as a complement to what we are doing and not a substitute. We should not rely on people elsewhere to tell us how to run our affairs.
Still, I'm going to call you Mr. President.
It is our responsibility. They say it is the wearer who knows where the shoe pinches. Yeah. So it is our responsibility to engineer the debate that will put on the table our perspective, our point of view on what kind of financial architecture, global financial architecture that would work not just for us, but for everybody. Yeah. We believe that it is no longer possible to continue to assume that Africa cannot develop and at the same time have resilient, climate-resilient growth. Thank you very much.
You are being wonderful.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think people love that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.